This is Smart Digestion Radio with Dr. Christine Kaczmar, the podcast that saves you time on the toilet and a fortune on the Charmin. The all things diet, nutrition, vitality show for the wellness-minded.
Hey everybody, it's Dr. Christine Kaczmar from thedigestion.com. In today's Smart Digestion Radio, you are going to listen to the quick bite about 5 common sugar symptoms. Stay tuned. Hey everyone, it's Dr. Christine Kaczmar, and today I want to talk to you about some uncommon associations to improperly digesting carbohydrates or sugars. So the first thing that you might not think is linked to insufficient carbohydrate digestion are headaches. A few things that you should know about how this may be attached to improper carbohydrate digestion. So what happens is when too many carbohydrates are improperly digested or even consumed, there's an actual event that happens on the back of your spine and the thoracic spine, specifically the T5 to T8 region, which is right around your shoulder blades. And it's a dipping in or a saucer-like appearance. And this has actually been identified as Pottinger's saucer. It's the earliest warning sign that there's a short supply of cellular glucose. So there's actually a dipping in. If you were to put your hand on someone's back, a little divot, so to speak, would be going inward. This is a complete example of not properly digesting your carbs. So why does that affect your headache? Why does that affect the head at all? Well, that's because the T5 to T8 region impacts a muscle known as the trapezius. And so the trapezius, one of the areas that it attaches is on the back of the skull. So when this type of insufficiency occurs, there is a pulling of the musculature on the mid-back, which is going to pull down on the back of the head and can lead to headache or head tension. So that's very important. But look down here. These nerves that control that region where there's that dipping in are known as the thoracic 5th through 8th nerves. They supply function to the stomach, pancreas, liver, gallbladder, heart, and lungs. That is a very important area in digestion. So that's the first thing, would be headaches. The second cause from improper carbohydrate digestion would be gastritis and ulcers. So because of that exact structural pulling I was just mentioning, that area becomes a problem too, because remember I said the stomach is one of the nerves that's controlled by that T5 to T8 region. So when the stomach isn't getting the proper message from the brain, it's going to have issues with the acid production. And so over the course of time, there's going to be some wearing away of the mucosal linings to the stomach. So the stomach lining can become weak. If that becomes a chronic issue, then gastric ulcers may result, and that is not a pretty thing. So here's the good news though, that ulcers and gastritis are easily fixed when you know what to do. When you know what to look for in terms of digestive stress, those things go away. Specifically, getting that person to digest their carbohydrate better. The next, number 3 stress is the adrenals. Your adrenals are 2 glands that sit on each kidney, and they do so many things to help us work our way and help modulate us through stress throughout our days. So for example, if you're driving down the road and a little kid runs in front of you, instantly you have epinephrine that's released, and that's coming right out of the adrenals, which are on top of the kidneys, and that's going to make you act fast. It's like if a grizzly bear comes walking in the room, you're going to get the heck out of there, right? And that's what you need to be doing because your adrenals are getting you pumped up to handle that situation, kind of like a fight or flight response. But when you're not accurately digesting your sugar, it can lead to low blood sugar problems, which will then make too much of this epinephrine or cortisol also stay in your blood supply. And when that happens for too long, guess what happens? Fatigue. And then the thyroid takes a hit. And there are so many other things that cascade down this slippery slope when you're not digesting carbs as far as the adrenals are concerned. But those are the main things that you might not realize is that your adrenals are going to be affected by improper carbohydrate digestion. So talking about the thyroid a little bit on the earlier slide, what you should know too is that when you're not properly digesting your glucose or your carbs, that's going to affect the thyroid. And the reason for it is to convert the T4 hormone known as thyroxine into the active T3 hormone. Try iodothyronine. You need glucose to make this happen. Try iodothyronine. Try iodothyronine. You need, just call it T3. You need glucose to activate the enzymes to make that conversion possible. Okay, so when that is not going to be accomplished, that is going to lead to decreased energy, not good. So the last and final of today's 5 symptoms that are uncommonly associated with improper glucose or carbohydrate digestion, I should say, is infertility. Women under severe stress will actually stop ovulating. They also can have irregular periods or menses. And this is all a direct result to these hormonal imbalances that are occurring. So there is a lot of endocrine implication with improper carbohydrate digestion that maybe you didn't quite realize, but you do now. I hope you enjoyed. Make sure you leave me some comments below. Let me know what you thought of this quick bite, and I will see you next time. Well, there you have this week's quick bite. I hope you enjoyed those 5 common symptoms related to insufficient sugar carbohydrate digestion. Don't forget to get your free email copy of the 10 tips to tame your toilet over at thedigestiondoctor.com. You'll see it right on the top there. Also, if you want to leave a question for me, I'd love to hear from you. On the right-hand side of my website, thedigestiondoctor.com, you'll see an orange leave a voicemail. Same thing at SpeakPipe. Leave me a voicemail, leave your name, leave your question. I would be happy to answer it. Any question that I answer live on air will be sent a free t-shirt. That person will be given. Yeah. Anyways, guys, thanks for tuning in and have a great week.
Thank you for listening to Smart Digestion Radio with Dr. Christine Kaczmar. Have the most beautiful day.